There has always been a connection between business and American politics, yet this current election season has seen the arrival of a new special interest. We're talking about the crypto industry, an industry that has injected hundreds of millions of dollars to candidates and become one of the nation's largest lobbying groups. And with last month's launch by the Trump family of their World Liberty Financial crypto venture, history may view the 2024 election cycle as the crypto elections. Joining us now is our Atlanta-based source for all things crypto, Greg Johnson, who is also an NYU professor and the CEO of Rubicon Digital Assets. Greg, we love having you here. So let's talk about this first. Can you give us a sense of the scale of the crypto industry and its involvement in the elections, which are coming up pretty soon?
You know, the scale it's hard to overstate how significant the scale of crypto involvement in this election cycle is, Jonathan. It's always good to be with you. You know, let me say that earlier this year, people started laughing when we first started talking about the fact that we're seeing more and more crypto donations coming in. We saw the Trump campaign lead the way by accepting crypto for donations. I think most observers of American politics are very familiar with the political action committees, these PACs. In fact, if you watch television, you've seen advertisements. It's typically, particularly the nastiest of the advertising, coming from these political action committees. And Fair Shake is the crypto PAC, and it is making huge waves in 2024. Jonathan, over 200 million has poured into this particular PAC, coming from everywhere from big crypto companies like Coinbase and Ripple and many, many others, as well as from CEOs or interested parties looking to have influence over this election. I want to be clear, it's not just on the presidential level, it's being funneled, this influence, all the way down to the local and state level, up ballot, down ballot. Crypto is here, and I think we can all trace the source to last year's signals coming out of Washington, D.C. that said, you know what, the tides may be becoming more favorable regardless of who wins the White House. So this crypto lobby has been growing and growing quickly.
Let's talk a little bit about the Trump family crypto venture and why many people may view World Liberty Financial as somewhat controversial.
Well, even though we had a press release a couple of weeks ago and a formal announcement, formal declarations, formal regulatory paperwork, to me, this project is still a riddle wrapped in a mystery surrounded by an enigma. Here's what we know. We know that the Trump family, not the former president Donald Trump, but his three sons are prominent founders and executives in the business. In fact, in the legal filing, Barron Trump, the youngest of his sons, is listed as the crypto visionary behind the project. And it has a noble purpose. I mean, ostensibly, what it's trying to do is to make it easier for people to invest in crypto, to move from one place to another within the digital asset ecosystem. But there's several concerns. One of those is the fact that this breeds a climate of conflict of interest. To have a sitting president potentially have the influence over the regulatory oversight of the crypto industry with family ties to a crypto business is, to say the least, unprecedented. So that conflict of interest is there. I think many other people are concerned about the fact that several of the other key crypto executives, shall we say, have a questionable past in the industry with failed projects that have concerns of many industry watchdogs, including myself, by the way. And lastly, I think what's really important about this project is many people are saying, look, you know, what we're concerned about is the reputational risk that this high-profile Trump family venture, just when the industry was starting to clean up its act, many are concerned that this particular project may set the industry back decades.
Very interesting there, and it seems like there's a new crypto headline every week. Before you go, Greg, I want to ask you this. What do our viewers need to know about crypto and really digital assets in general that may be going on behind the scenes? And we're talking about things that just may affect our everyday lives.
More than folks might realize, Jonathan, thank you for asking that question. Look, I'm just back from 3 weeks of travel to the Middle East as well as to New York City. And what I can say first and foremost is, unfortunately, the United States is not a leader in the future of finance. Despite all of our good fortune, all of our blessings, all of our resources, all of our leadership, we're falling behind in the future not only in digital assets, but increasingly something that I would make our viewers aware is that the worlds of AI, all right, and artificial intelligence, computational intelligence, all these things we hear about nonstop, increasingly they're interacting and they're becoming intertwined together with digital assets. And that's something I don't think people pay enough attention to. The last thing I would say is here in Atlanta, we have a thriving fintech industry, and digital assets and fintech are also intertwined. So it matters that we have leadership in the digital asset world because it matters to our fintech businesses here locally and domestically more reaching.
Greg Johnson, the CEO of Rubicon Digital Assets. I'm sure we will be talking to you more as this all progresses and as the election nears. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.